Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and see what are the important JCL interview questions and answers we have as part of this video. The first question is, my job is not running even after submitting it. I have been waiting for a while now and it's important to run that job quickly. What are your suggestions as a developer? Job queuing happens based on two parameters on job card, class and priority of the job. So I will ask the operations team to allocate the highest class and priority to the job so that this will be picked up for the execution with highest priority. Next question is, I have submitted a job by mistake with not intended input datasets. I want to stop the processing further, but I also want to take a look at the job's messages. What should I do? The answer would be, go to spool, that is SDSF screen, check for the entry of the job in the spool, type the command C, that is for cancel, in front of the job to stop the processing. One thing to note here, typing C, that is cancel, which will stops the job execution and retains all the messages. But P for purge, which will stops the job's execution and removes all the messages. Let's see the next question. How important to mention the account information in the job card? Answer would be, the account information specifies the person or the company to which the CPU time is owed. In turn, the company owning or paying for the mainframe's processing. This will remain same on almost all the job cards and it will depend on the company's standard set. One thing to note here, if star is specified for account, then the current user ID will be taken as default. The next question is, I am working on a job to submit and my counterpart in other country wants to get the notification when the job submitted and ended, and he or she wants to look at the spool details only if the job ends abnormally. What will you suggest on job card parameters? Answer would be, for notifying other person on mainframes, you can use is ID in the notify parameter, like notify is equal to user ID. For specifying the spool in case only an abnormal job completion, you can use the below message level parameter. That is, message level is equal to 1, 0. 1 specifies the statements. The JCL along with symbolic parameters expanded in this case, and 0 specifies messages, allocation and termination messages written upon abnormal job completion. Let's see the next question. I have prepared a job. I need to submit it only during a set time. I'm afraid that I may have some syntax errors. It may have some syntax errors, and I want to verify if any. But I don't want to or I cannot submit the job just to check the syntax. What is your opinion on this situation? The answer would be, you can make use of typerun parameter in this case. Typerun is equal to scan, checks the syntax errors of the job without executing it. The next question is, I have few very important steps in my job and I need that to be executed quickly. Apart from specifying the highest class and priority parameters in the job card, what else I can consider to execute these steps quickly? Answer would be, you can make use of the parameter address space in the job steps. Address space is equal to real mentions the job step requires real storage for execution. One thing to note here, it helps for faster execution of the steps, but it's not pageable and it will be placed in the main memory for execution. and address space is equal to virtual is the default one when it is not coded explicitly. Next question is, could you please explain the consequences of using account, address space, time, region, and condition parameters on both job and exit statements in a job? Answer would be, account, when coded on job statement, it applies to all the steps which are not having this parameter. The account parameter in exit statement will override the one present in the job statement only for that particular step. And address space, when coded on both job and exit statements, address space coded on job statement will override the ones coded on exit statements. And time parameter, when coded on both job and exit statements, both will be in effect and can cause timeout by any one of them. So generally it is not recommended to code on both statements. And region parameter, if coded on job statement, will override the ones coded on exit statement. Condition parameter, if coded on both job and exit statements, the one coded on exit will take precedence for the step and condition coded on job statement will be ignored for that step. Next question is, I'm using a permanent visa file in my job and I do not want to alter or change any of its catalog entries upon my job's execution. What should I do to achieve this? Answer would be, in the disposition parameter, please use keep for normal or abnormal completion. This will help to retain the dataset without changing any of the catalog entries. Next question is, what are the main record formats of datasets you use in your project? Do you know the difference among those record formats? Answer would be, mainly we use the below three types of record formats based on particular requirement. FB, that is fixed block. One or more logical records are grouped within a single block in a fixed block type. And V for variable. In this, one variable length logical record is placed within one physical block. And coming to VB, that is variable blocked. In this, one or more variable length logical records are placed within one physical block. One thing to note here, number of records in a block will depend on a block size. And the larger the block, greater the number of records. Let's see the last question in this video. The application data we process through JCL is too large sometimes and considerably small in quantity on the days other than business critical days on a month. We want to allocate a good amount of space to our dataset just to avoid failures due to space issue. But meantime, we don't want to waste it when the quantity of data is low on many days. What do you suggest to follow while allocating the datasets? Answer would be, you can make use of release keyword in the space parameter while defining the datasets. When you use this will be releasing the unused space at the job's completion. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you really like the content, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. And if you want me to cover some other topics in the mainframes domain, please post it out in the comment section so that I can take it in my next videos. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.